They told us Antarctica was just ice. Empty. Frozen. Lifeless. But that was a lie. A cover-up wrapped in snow. Because under the ice is our true history. Antarctica is Earth's coldest, driest, windiest continent. Yet it's one of the most protected places on Earth. In 1959, over 60 countries signed a treaty. It banned military activity and mineral mining. Why so much protection for a place they say is barren? The answer may shock you. It begins with a map. Subscribe, like and share for more. The Piri Reis map, drawn in 1513. It accurately shows Antarctica's coastline without ice. But how? Ice has covered the continent for millions of years. Historians dismissed it. Scientists ignored it. But some looked closer. Geologists confirmed, the coastline on the map is precise. Which means someone saw Antarctica ice-free. But who? And when? We were taught history started with Mesopotamia. But Antarctica tells another story. A story older than any book. One hidden beneath 2 miles of ice. In 2001, researchers in East Antarctica found a strange heat source. It wasn't volcanic. It wasn't geothermal. It was artificial. And it came from deep underground. NASA joined the investigation. They used ice-penetrating radar. What they found changed everything. A circular structure, 50 miles wide. Perfectly symmetrical. That doesn't happen in nature. It looked like a buried city. Or a machine. But no photos were released. The site was restricted. In 1947, Admiral Richard Byrd led Operation High Jump. A massive U.S. military mission to Antarctica. Officially for research. But they brought tanks, aircraft, and 4,000 troops. What were they expecting? Byrd later spoke to a South American newspaper. He said he encountered flying craft that moved at impossible speeds. They rose from beneath the ice. The U.S. cut the mission short. Byrd was silenced. His private journal surfaced decades later. In it, he described entering a lush valley beyond the ice. With vegetation. With warmth. With aircraft not of this world. That sounds like science fiction. But U.S. documents confirm a rapid, mysterious end to the mission. And a sudden global push to restrict Antarctic access. Today, it's near impossible to explore freely. Even scientists need government clearance. In 2023, satellite images showed unusual heat signatures. The signals matched metallic objects. Buried beneath 2.5 miles of ice. They vanished from the database weeks later. But some researchers downloaded them first. We interviewed one of them anonymously. He said it wasn't natural. It was shaped like a giant ring. Like a Stargate, he said. But bigger. Much bigger. Another researcher, Dr. Ilana Torres, worked on a subglacial lake project. She claims they found ruins. With walls. And steps. Carved from black stone. Her team was ordered to stop. She left the program. 2 of her colleagues have gone missing. Their social media accounts deleted. Their research erased. Why such a violent reaction to old rocks? Because these ruins tell a different history. A pre-human history. One that challenges everything. Including our origin. Ancient texts describe a southern land. Hindu scripts call it Shambhala. The Greeks called it Terra Australis. The Bible speaks of a land of giants in the ends of the earth. Were they all speaking of Antarctica? The Nazis believed so. In 1938, they sent an expedition there. They claimed to discover underground warm lakes. And built a base, New Swabia. After World War II, U-boats vanished heading south. The US knew. That's why High Jump happened. And why it was stopped. What did Byrd see? Who was already there? In 2016, WikiLeaks released strange emails from astronaut Edgar Mitchell to John Podesta. They discussed Antarctica and non-terrestrial intelligence. Why would a moonwalking astronaut care about Antarctica? In 2018, Google Earth users found something. 3 pyramids. Perfectly aligned. Matching Giza. Buried in snow. Experts said just mountains. But they formed a triangle. And each had identical angles. Like blueprints. Built, not formed. Then, there are the lights. In 2021, researchers saw glowing objects in the sky. They filmed them. 3 orbs, moving together. Hovering silently. Then disappearing straight down. Into the ice. A base? A ship? We may never know. Unless something breaks. In 2025, new ice scans revealed a massive dome structure. It had walls, staircases, and symbols. Not in any known language. Could this be a forgotten civilization? Or visitors from elsewhere? The answers are melting. Literally. Because Antarctica is changing fast. Ice is collapsing. Old land is rising. Every year reveals more. And every discovery faces cover-up. Why? Because what's under the ice changes everything. The timeline of history. The origin of humans. And who ruled the earth before us. The evidence is buried. But it's waking up. In 2025, we are closer than ever. Antarctica is calling. Are we ready for the truth?